If you feel like no one's paying attention, don't stop. Keep on posting, but your audience may be silent, but they may be ready to buy. And I want to show you how you can make that shift. So I used to think that nobody was watching my videos or even reading my emails, right? So I do video marketing and I do email marketing, and I do this on a daily basis. And because my audience wasn't responding back to me as much, I just thought that they probably weren't seeing it. They weren't watching it, right? Because how could I possibly grow my business if nobody was engaging? How many of you are feeling like that right now? You're posting your videos on Instagram, on TikTok, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, and you're not seeing anyone comment on it, or the people who are commenting on it are people who already know you. They're your friends, they're your family. And now you're starting to think, oh my goodness, this is probably not working for me. That's where I was as well until this happened. What I didn't realize was that my audience was actually watching and they were reading my emails too. They just weren't responding yet. Why? Because they were lurkers. Some of you, the people in your audience, they're lurkers, but that doesn't mean that they're not ready to buy from you. There are certain things you need to do in your videos in order to get them to buy. They may never comment. They may never slide in your DMs, but you want to be super specific in your instructions so that they can actually buy from you. And this is the thing that I had learned, right? One day, I got a message from someone who said, hey, I've been reading your emails for a while. I'm ready to work with you. And I was shocked because this person was on my email list for 4 months. And then she said, I love your writing. I want to work with you. And I was like, she never responded to one email. I've also had people who are watching my videos where they never commented. They never responded in a DM, nothing, but they just went ahead and purchased, which let me know that they were watching. They were paying attention. And once I understood that, I stopped chasing the likes. I still, of course, promote getting comments. But what I started doing was shifting and making sure that I speak to my lurkers. How many of you are experiencing that? Where your audience, they may not be commenting. They may not be DMing you yet, but you're not really sure. Are they ready to buy? And that is the power of working with a marketing strategist, because you can start to implement certain things, say certain things in your videos and your emails that will get your lurkers to raise their hand and say, hey, I want to work with you. And so as I started doing this, clients signed up from binging my content. People bought just from my emails, and I had 10K weeks and wasn't even on sales calls for these things, right? But let me give you the contrast. Before I started posting content with intention to attract my lurkers, to get my lurkers to buy, and before I started sending out the emails that was consistent enough to get the lurkers to buy, I was trying to network my way to sales. I was doing networking events. I was waiting on referrals, word of mouth, and there's nothing wrong with that. Right? There are businesses where they're super successful from doing this. However, it can be extremely tiring because you can't be in two places at once. You can go to a networking event, but that networking event can probably pull in about 4 to 5 leads. You can wait for referrals, but maybe you're getting about 1 to 2 referrals a week, and some of them aren't even strong referrals. And so when I understood I can do this, the networking, the word of mouth, the referrals, along with having my content work for me, what happened was I let my content do the work. I let my content go out and network for me to bring in my audience so that now they will actually buy. And here is what I actually learned. When people see me, they pay me. Can somebody write that in the chat? When people see me, they pay me. That's the most important thing. If you're not getting paid enough, it's because your audience is not seeing you enough. If they're not buying yet, it's because they don't know who you are yet. And so the goal is for your audience to see you so that they can actually pay you, right? So I want you to imagine your dream clients finding you on social media every day, not just through referrals, not just through word of mouth, but the goal isn't to replace what's working. The goal is to add another stream of leads and revenue to your business with your content by having a solid marketing plan. That is the goal. Social media allows you to reach an audience that you haven't yet tapped into without taking away your focus from your current success. So if you're tired of being invisible, you want to create content where your people actually can see you and they're actually DMing you and telling you, hey, I want to work with you, then I want to invite you to join us in the AI Content to Cash Challenge. In this challenge, we show you a marketing strategy to help you scale your business from 8 to 10K months to 30K months, 50K months, and beyond. In the AI Content to Cash Challenge, we show you how to use AI tools so that you can create the content faster. But the best part is create the content that's going to get your audience to buy from you. Some of you right now, you've hired VAs, you've hired social media managers, and your content isn't contenting. It is not attracting the right audience. Some of you, you have social media platforms that is filled with the wrong audience. You may have a large following, but they're not buying because it is the wrong audience. And so, working with a marketing strategist can show you how to shift that, can show you how to create the content that will speak to your audience and actually get them to buy.